Happy Sunday, Solid Steppers. This is Miss Ward coming to you from sunny South Florida. Headed out to my second call on a warm, pleasant Sunday. First customer was great. Had an issue with her tensioner. Typical Samsung issue. She said she couldn't find anybody to look at it because it was a gas dryer. That goes back to what I said, people. Don't be afraid. Go full steam ahead. First thing you do is cut off the gas or the propane and then proceed to work on it like you would any other dryer. But anyway, I wanted to come on today and say a special shout out to Mr. Walker and Mr. Vaughn. Been following them. They're great when it comes to service industries and scaling your business. I also want to send a shout out to to Taylor. That's my go-to guy. We always exchange ideas, talk about our end games when it comes to business and make sure we put things in place so we can be there. That is my people. I tell you, that's my brother from another mother. So today what I want to talk about is deciding what you really want. You can get in this business and you can actually create yourself another job. And the whole point of having a business is because you don't want a job. So I'm going to give another shout out to the E-Myth. That is a great book. It helps you structure and back yourself out of the business. And it talks about deciding who you are and what your role is. And from that point, you can scale. I was listening to Brandon Vaughn. Make sure you guys check him out. He has a business. He went from $100,000 a year to $500,000 a month. And people are like, whoa. And I'm sure he had no idea. He was able to accomplish that in 5 years. But what he did was he adapted and changed. And one thing that I really like that Mr. Vaughn talks about is eliminating your beliefs, your self-limiting beliefs. He makes a very clear, very good comment. When you find him on YouTube, you'll find him talk about how there are some people that get up one day and say, I want to have $1 million business in a year. They put the steps in place to make it happen, and they follow those steps no matter what comes. And that's what we talk about that's what he means about limiting beliefs. And that's why you got to stay away from people with limited beliefs. Y'all already know how Miss Ward feel about the losers. I can't. I swear I can't. I don't care if you got the same blood running through your vein. I don't care. At the end of the day, we all have a price to pay. We all have a call in our lives. You have to be an adult and make a decision. And those decisions are never easy because you are breaking yourself out of a mold that you have been programmed to be in. You have to take credit and take responsibility for your own destiny. I was listening to Mr. Sneed, another one of my mentors and heroes, and he was talking about how we got to go back and get people and train them how to use computers. Now look, I'm a businesswoman. I have no problem with helping any community. What I have a problem with is when people can use a smartphone and they can't use a computer. A smartphone is a computer. So it's just a matter of transferring skills. And as far as fear, it's like anything else. Whatever we're afraid of, as soon as we face it, all of a sudden it becomes easy. Because the fear in your mind is greater than the actual fear. I see it all the time. And then for the people that think that I don't have no fear, please, I might look like it and act like it. Let me explain something to you. Every time I get ready to go into a job, I'm second guessing myself before I damn get there. Because I know I'm still learning. But then I got to go in that smooth, calm, like I am the professional. I have to sometimes chant that in my head. Shell, you're the professional. Shell, you're the professional. Shell, act like a professional. You know what I mean? It's all good. I have no problem with admitting that because I am repurposing my life and my goals every day, every second. And there are days when I am exhausted in ways you can't imagine, emotionally, spiritually, mentally exhausted. But I understand that I can't give up now, that I must move forward. And that should be the same for you too. Whatever is aggravating you or annoying you, please get away from it. Sometimes that means self-isolation, honey. And put the right thing in your spirit and your mind. Like when I get off this, I'm going to watch a couple more videos referring to unit that I'm going to look at, you know, and then I'm going to make sure I'm getting reviewing the E-Myth, Service Millionaire, all these other things that have the concept and principles that I need to perfect. And that's why when I tell people I don't have time to mentor, it's nothing. Please don't take it personally. It's just because I'm doing so much work on myself, I don't have time to do anything for anybody else. Now, you're welcome to come along for the ride, sign up, you can work with me, things of that nature. But if you're not bringing nothing to the table, you got a handout, then we can't have the conversation. I have been this way from the beginning because I knew, you know, I don't have time to make mistakes. I don't have time to, you know what I mean? And I'm very clear that I chose to take a daunting task on at a point in my life when I should be sitting my ass down somewhere collecting that six-figure corporate check I was collecting. But no, you know, it's kind of like those couples, you know, they 50 years old, then all of a sudden they want to have a newborn, and you looking at them like, really? That's how I'm feeling. But hey, look, it is what it is, man. It's never too late. It's never, you know, it's what you make it. And 9 times out of 10, the only problem you have when it comes to business in your life is you. You have to make a decision. You have to make a choice. You have to choose life. You have to choose greatness. You have to choose destiny. And a lot of times people have so many issues with that because they never chose themselves. They are people-pleasing type of people, and they care about everything around them instead of taking care of them. And before you can take care of anybody else, you've got to take care of you. And like I say, if it's anything that any game I'm spitting that you're getting some help from, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel, it spreads the word. Because one thing people know about Miss Ward is straight, no chaser. A lot of people don't like how stuff come out my mouth, and I have never cared about it because, like I tell y'all, there was a time I was a pushover. I was like a little flower. You feel me? You can step on me anytime you want, and I'll find the sunshine and come back again. You know? But at the end of the day, we become and morph into what we need to survive. And then when you get to a certain point in your life, you morph into what you need to do to have peace, you know, tranquility. I'm all about tranquility and harmony. So I want to make sure I reached out to you guys today. Remember, I'm going to say this again. You need to make sure you get the E-Myth. You need to make sure you get Think and Go Rich. You need to make sure you get Power to Subconscious Mind. You hear me say this all the time. These books will make a difference in your life. And I know everybody's read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. At the end of the day, your keys to get into service business, I don't care if it's car wash, landscaping, power washing, whatever it is. The beautiful thing about service businesses is that you can make a lot of money. But the key is you got to have somewhere for that money to go. You got to be able to invest. And then you got to keep track of a lot of things to make sure that you win at all times, you know? And that's the name of the game. You have to have a plan, and you have to stick to that plan. And you got to have people and a support system around you that's for the plan, that understands your mercurial moments, you know? And I remember I was listening to somebody, and I'm not going to take this quote, but somebody said, Tyler Perry said this statement: before you marry anyone, you need to see them in all 4 seasons of their life. Before you become a friend and put people in your business and add them to your support team, know who they are. Don't set yourself up. That's all I'm going to say. Now, like I said, it's bad when people have a business and they got to play down their success just for other people to be comfortable. That means you don't need to be around those people. You know, you need to be around you and others like you who can actually pour into your life. Everybody's trying to find a shortcut to get there, but even Mike talked about working Monday through Friday. The business, making enough money to take care of his family, you know, and then licensing his electrician's license, making money from that. and then buying his $3,000 homes and then fixing them up on the weekend. All that is called work, y'all. This is what killed me. People think they're going to be able to put systems in place and hold people accountable. And then when the walls start crashing in, they're looking crazy because they never knew how to do anything. And that's what I like about following Mike Sneed from Appliance Boot Camp, is because if he loses everything today, he still can go get it because he's got the skill set and he has the hands on. The biggest fear I have is that I'm not trying to put people in place to do things I can't do, and if something happens, I can't step in. Now, I'm all for hiring people and paying them accordingly and, running the business and managing the business. But the problem with that is you got to stay on top of everything, your employees' emotions, where their mindset is. You got to lead by example. You can't show up in that office and be off kilter, because you being off kilter or high stressed, it affects the entire team. It's just like when you go home and you done brought work home, and your spouse is tensed up and the kids looking crazy. You ready to kick the dog. I mean, those worlds can't collide, man. It's not fair to the people that love you and care for you, and damn sure ain't fair to you. But at the end of the day, like I said, everything is a process. Find the process that works for you. E-Myth, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Tools of Titans, 40-hour work week, Think and Grow Rich, Good to Great, Getting Things Done by Mr. Allen. I mean, come on, y'all. Grab the books, man, and that's just a few. I think I have a library of 250 or more, that I own Audible by itself. So the key is stay focused, stay driven, and stay on your game. Stay on your game. And the race is not for the swift, I'm trying to tell you, or the weak at heart. If anything I've said has helped you, please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Miss Ward signing off. To my solid steppers, you know what time it is. Keep stepping. Keep on stepping. Talk to y'all later. Have a phenomenal Sunday and an awesome week.